I remember it was 9 a.m. in a supermarket. I was collecting kiwi for my breakfast, and then this random lady comes and then she's like, do you model? And I was like, actually I do, but I just moved to Paris for university. She's like, I want your number, we're gonna do a shoot.
Oh.
And that was my second proper shoot.
Yeah. Welcome to another exciting episode of Style Speaks. I'm your host Mo Adams, and today we're here at the Edit London in Harvard Nichols Riyadh. Today we're joined by Malaak, a model with Saudi and Moroccan influence. Beyond the runway, she's into interior architecture, bringing a unique touch to whatever she does. Welcome to the show, Malaak.
Thank you.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
I'm
How are
delighted
you?
to have you on Style Speaks.
Thank you, my pleasure.
I want to start off by saying thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
and I'm
you for
excited to
having
kind of delve into the beginnings of your journey. So let's head this way and get into it.
me. Let's see.
Malaak, take me back to the start of your journey in modeling here in Saudi in 2011. What were your initial kind of emotions and also aspirations back then?
Okay, so I started modeling in Saudi 2010-11.
Yeah.
And it started by this lady called Ibtisam. She was a South African lady.
Nice.
She was an international model. She had kids at that time.
Yeah.
And she gathered this group of girls. We were tall, skinny. We had the
Characteristics.
yeah, and she basically trained us in a compound every few days for runways, like to walk, for your shoulders, everything about runways.
Yeah.
Nothing about photo shoots.
Okay.
Before, photo shoot didn't even exist, just
Basics
runways.
first,
yeah. And my feelings personally about it, I was scared of the public, what they're gonna say about modeling in Saudi, because back then it was strict due to the boundaries.
Yeah.
Back then, now it's more open. I was also my father, is he ever gonna accept it? You know, until now he's not 100% with it, but I earned his trust, and he's proud of me, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
But with time, I just I see other people they thrive with it outside Saudi.
Yeah.
So I just stick to it, and I became my own inspiration, basically.
Yeah, so looking back, is there a particular story maybe that you can share, or maybe a moment that was either challenging or defining for you, that was kind of holds more so emotional significance in the growth of modeling here in Saudi?
Yeah, actually, there's one story that till today, in every shoot, I remember it.
Yeah.
It was my first shoot ever. I think it was 2013. Back then it was mostly about beauty salons, wedding makeup, bridal makeups, hairstyles. I remember this photographer had the camera and she was like, okay, it's your turn. And I was so uncomfortable. I was the worst out of them all. I looked at myself in the camera. I was like, my nose looks different. My brows, they don't look the same. My entire face looks like it's falling, you know? And then I just felt very, very insecure about it. And with time, moving to Paris for my university, I remember it was 9 a.m. in a supermarket. I was collecting kiwi for my breakfast, and then this random lady comes and then she's like, do you model? And I was like, actually I do, but I just moved to Paris for university. She's like, I want your number, we're gonna do a shoot.
Oh.
And that was my second proper shoot.
Yeah.
And then it had no makeup. I had no makeup, natural hair, just wet hair. And then she just made me feel so comfortable, and I loved how I looked from both sides. Even if I have two different sides, everyone has two different sides. I loved how I looked, and it made me be more comfortable, and it taught me to just accept yourself the way you are. And every time now, when they show me a picture or I feel there's something, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna care about this.
Yeah.
This is natural and it's supposed to be normal.
What advice would you have for maybe females who want to get into modeling, but they still have that insecure factor of whether it's they prefer a side or anything like that?
I see a lot of people, they prefer a side, which is completely their right, but my advice is each person has their own beauty.
Yeah.
And you just own it.
For sure.
And just embrace it, and it's gonna be fine. But some people it's hard for them, and which is normal,
yeah.
And with time, if they experience it or it's part of their job, with time you'll just get used to it.
Definitely.
You'll
and
accept it.
I want to fast forward to Riyadh Fashion Week, of course. For you, it was obviously remarkable, not just being there, but obviously walking the runway. What impact do you make of that milestone? What do you think it had on you, more so professionally and personally, really?
Riyadh Fashion Week was a nice shock for everyone. Professionally, like, so I've been part of Paris Fashion Week 2015, and I never expected I'm gonna feel the same or go through the same in Saudi.
Yeah.
But definitely I knew what to expect. What am I gonna do? Like how tired I'm gonna be. Like I knew like everything what to expect from a fashion show. It was great to meet the team, models from everywhere, from around the world. Great opportunity for connections.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
Okay, that's what we want.
I didn't expect I'm gonna be part of it. One, when moving to Riyadh was so hard for me, and I gained a lot of weight compared like when I was modeling the first 2-3 years back from Paris. And I used to like get messages like, should we say congrats? Like, are you expecting a baby? So I felt like I don't have a spot in it at all. But I was chosen, and they needed also models that they are fuller. Maybe that's why I was there, but it was the best experience to have in Saudi. Like it will always be something that I will remember.
Definitely. And the process of getting picked is through an agency, or someone kind of gets in contact with you and says, is this something you're interested in? So what is kind of the process of?
They booked us through an agency, Clay agency. They booked us, and we were 3 models from Saudi. The rest were all international.
Amazing.
So no, we were very proud to be part of it, to be honest. It was very hectic, but it was beautiful at the same time.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I want to talk a little bit about, your style. It's abstract, edgy with a touch of vintage. I love it. But for you, how do you think your style more so mirrors your personality and passion of, kind of like the fashion approach as a whole?
Well, I don't know if everyone knows this, because I was born and raised in Saudi, so automatically people think I'm Saudi.
Right.
But I am purely Moroccan, like from both parents, and originally I have Amazigh origins. So we have a very, very, very rich culture, like extremely rich, from colors to patterns, for textures, layers. There's a lot of like story and like a lot of feelings and vibes. So it definitely reflects on my style and personality, and my family always tried their best to keep that Moroccan identity in us. And we go to Morocco in the summer. We stay 3-4 months in a village with our family, and you see like they're wearing the most beautiful patterns and fabrics, and they just don't exist in like high-end brands, or they're just called vintage because they come from a certain time, or they give you like a certain feeling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Would you say your personal style has really evolved over time? Do you take influence? I know you said you kind of stick to the Moroccan roots, but sometimes do you feel, because for me, a lot of the stuff I get or my fashion kind of taste comes from like the West. Although I'm born here, raised here almost. But for you, is it always kind of Moroccan, or do you feel like to delve and dabble into other areas?
No. By saying Moroccan, I don't mean like I'm wearing like a takshita and I'm like walking in the mall with like a Moroccan outfit. But I like to just like have
that touch.
Just a touch, just like this feeling of. But of course, you follow trends. You see what's going on like with fashion, and you mix and match, and then you do your own style. Did it evolve? Yes, definitely. Like seeing my style in high school and 2 years ago and now it's like completely different. It's like, who is that?
Definitely.
But I believe like it influences I think it shows growth. You're moving from a period to another period. You're growing up, you're more mature. I think that's how it reflects.
Definitely.
Fashion reflects.
Let's talk about brands. Are there any that kind of stand out to you or maybe influenced you on your fashion journey?
I worked with a lot of brands in Saudi, and brands that I didn't even expect I'd be working with ever. They all added like a touch of style in my wardrobe. But again, like me personally, I prefer working with like unique brands, with like local from around the world, and introduce like very unique and
Yeah.
different pieces
Yeah.
to people. But I will always love working with brands. But however, I had one brand when I was younger. I always wanted to work with model for. It was Ellie Sab. For some reason, I always wanted. They had an amazing designs. They made the silhouette looks great. Like the models looked extremely tall and skinny. You know, it looked nice.
Definitely. Would you say that is your dream collab?
Yeah,
Today?
yeah. Like it's my inner, my childhood dream. Yeah.
Kind of a dream.
But
Nice.
I believe working with brands, some people like they write them down and they start manifest them. But for me, I think I just want to attract the best the best out of those brands that
suits you.
complement.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then we work together.
Correct. And I want to talk. You have a lot of interests outside of fashion as a whole. I know you do a lot. Would you be able to share some of the interests and kind of the ventures that you kind of be a part of right now?
Yeah, I am. Other than fashion,
and modeling. Yeah.
I am very, very, very passionate about interior architecture, home decor, and art. I love furniture. I am in the car. I watch windows. I look at windows. I look at buildings. I just
Analyze.
the first thing my eyes go to is like furniture. Yeah, what was the rest?
No, I was gonna say, does your approach to, I guess, that venture in interior architecture, and your approach to fashion and modeling, does it align? Does it differ in any way?
For me, it differs. It's different. My approach to art and painting, resin, and all of that, you go into like a clear canvas, a white canvas. You don't know. You have a feeling. You know you want to deliver that feeling into a canvas, but you can add more into this color and less than this color, and then the results are different.
Correct.
But with fashion, you know, like you're styling, so you're wearing it. You look at yourself. You know that okay, these are matching. Okay, this is what I want to look like. But with art and any craft work, it's a surprise at the end. You know, like you cannot. I don't feel like, for me they're different. They're just different. Like with art, it's more flowy. Like you do not know what's the result. Like you work for that. You cannot say like, okay, I want this. This is what's gonna happen. Just go to a white canvas and that's it. But with fashion, you know what to expect.
Yeah. Malaak, you mentioned your involvement in a home decor company. Can you explain more so your experiences and how that kind of connects to the fashion industry as a whole?
Okay, so I'm finally achieving my childhood dream.
Congrats.
Thank you, by owning a home decor company. I just finished from the CR, the warehouse, the office. It's based in Dubai, but I will be doing exhibitions in Saudi. And inshallah, in the future, when it flourishes, I will have a store here. Mainly, it's about Moroccan goods from Morocco, home decors, rugs, mirrors, pottery. I want to also do like some T-shirts with Moroccan slang language and stuff.
Nice.
Also, art will be there. How my experience in fashion influenced the company or helped in the company. My experience, throughout my experience, I worked hard on building my name with trust and value, and I got to do a lot of connections, and people got to trust my work ethics, and I hope that hard work pays off.
Definitely, always does, always does. Inshallah. And as you look towards the future, what are some of your goals and aspirations, whether it be, in fashion and modeling or any of your other ventures?
Okay, in the company, Home Decor, my dream is that it flourishes and that it's trading in Morocco, Saudi, and Dubai, and hopefully internationally recognized. In fashion, I'm very happy where I am now. I mean, my husband and I were planning on a family, so I'm not sure if I'm still gonna have the modeling body. But yeah, I love modeling, and it's a big part of my life. Like it's been in my life for the past 13 years, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people, and it's part of my personality now. It helped with my confidence, like with a lot. It's a big part of my life.
And if there's people who are watching this who want to get into modeling, what would your advice be to them?
Trust yourself, be confident, believe in yourself, practice. Don't be shy to stand in front of a mirror and pose and walk and do it all.
Yeah.
And yeah, as long as she believes in herself, she trusts her beauty, because everyone is beautiful in their own way. Everyone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody.
There you go.
Yes.
And obviously for our final segment on the show, we always go through a styling segment. So it's for me to challenge you right now. So let's go and get into it. Let's do it. So Malaak, for the challenge today, I was trying to think, a little bit outside the box, include some architecture. So I thought, why not do, styling me, a fit for al-ula, something like that. How do you feel about that?
Challenged, but okay.
Challenge? We love a challenge on Style Speaks. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
So Malaak, these were the final picks. Can you talk us through these choices?
Okay, so I choose this outfit.
Yeah.
I felt like these colors, they really suit you. The colors are earthy for al-ula, and I love this stitching on this t-shirt. It gives a lot of character to the t-shirt.
Definitely.
I love this little heart as well.
There we go.
And the shoes, I felt like green and white, they match with these colors.
Yeah.
So let's see how.
I love it. Let's get ready for al-ula. Let's do it. What are we saying?
Okay.
Ready for al-ula?
No, well, it's not bad.
What do you think?
It's really cool. I
feel like you underestimated yourself a little bit.
Because I don't style people usually.
That's fine. No, I love it. Honestly, the only thing I would probably change is the shoes for something comfier. With a lot of walking and hiking that we'll be doing.
Yeah, maybe something bulkier.
Yeah, like maybe a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah,
I think these
yeah,
Yeezys would work, or those. Yeah. But let me know what you guys think of the fit. Personally, I'd give it an 8 from me.
Not bad, okay.
But yeah, smash it. Let me know down below what you think. Guys, and that's a wrap for today's episode. Malaak, thank you so much for coming on Style Speaks. Any final words?
Thank you for having me. Follow this in your personal and professional life. Stay true to yourself. Stick to your standards and values, and you're going to be amazing. You're going to do
Catch you
great.
next time on Style Speaks.
You.
Peace. We had an amazing time exploring the fascinating world of fashion and can't wait to bring you more exciting content in the future episodes. Don't forget to tune in next time for more insightful interviews, exclusive insights, and all the latest news from the world of fashion. Thank you for joining us on Style Speaks, where fashion truly speaks for itself.